Welcome, everyone, to University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Bringing it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So New Mexico's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on 2nd down. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
The Lobos are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Got his man on the right.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
And the Lobos will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's Boston. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. He leaves it with his back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Rodgers. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Barges ahead. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Picks up 6. 2nd down coming up.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Lobos will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Boston. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. They're bringing heat. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Power football with the run. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Davis. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Second down.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. After run, now throw. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
The Lobos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw it. It's complete on the right side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're just about ready to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The give to the tailback. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Lobos will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires and picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose moves and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
On the play.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man, it's Rodgers. He tries to take the top off. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
For the offense.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed.
And he will score! Touchdown, Huskies!
Touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Working the middle. It's complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
The Lobos will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Rodgers. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got a man. It's Hunter. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Washington right back to the line. They keep attacking through the air. Good timing on the quick out. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Caught in the backfield. It's Latu. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will give him the lead.
Number 5 with the catch and score.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. On the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Gain of 4. 2nd down coming up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Holds and fires complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
48-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and short now from their own 48. He'll pull it on the read. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And David, this defense just has their hands full. There's so many different weapons on the other side of the field that can hurt you, right? It's not just running backs. It's not just wide receivers and tight ends. This quarterback is a major threat when he decides to take off and go.
And it just makes me pause. It makes me slow down a little bit when I start to get upfield because I got to stop and worry about the running back, and now I got to worry about the quarterback run. So much to look at. It takes a lot of discipline to stop these design quarterback runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
He's brought down near the 49-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
And now on second down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Still running at the 40. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. It's Rodgers. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Grabs it in the middle. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
After 25-yard line. Second down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
14, New Mexico, 7.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They'll run it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Dampier. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got it behind the line. It's Latu. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Gain of 8. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This guy is lightning fast. Did you see him come out of the break on the slant? QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Washington, 24. New Mexico, 7.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. To the air, it's Dampier. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Got his man quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. He makes the connection. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. The aerial assault continues. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Lobos in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the 4th quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.